What's up, gang? Case here with our at-home strength work for Friday, August 20th. New strength movements this week. This is our hinge, so lots of hamstring, glutes, midline focus day, and then we're also going to do some more midline slash core accessory work. Movement number one today, hamstring slides. We've got 8 of these. You'll need a smooth surface in your house and a towel or a couple rags to put under your heels so that that towel can slide in and out. From here, I want to think about getting braced through our middle so that we don't get any deviation in our spine. So we don't want arching at the top, which is what tends to happen to a lot of people. Before we go, or first thing, feet about hip width, heels dug into that towel. And then we're going to squeeze that belly down, squeeze that butt tight, bring our hips up just to that point where everything still feels tight and neutral. Don't go so high that we start to arch out here. So get hips up, butt tight, belly tight, keeping those ribs down. And then from here, we're going to slide out slowly, squeeze tight, even as we get to the end, and then we'll let that butt drop. Slide your heels back in, glute bridge back up, everything tight, keep everything stiff as we slide out, squeeze those hamstrings, especially towards the end, and then lower those hips down. That's where we're going to start this week, because in upcoming weeks, we'll get to where we slide out, squeezing tight, and then we slide back in. But you'll notice it's harder to keep those hips back up as we slide in. So we're going to spend some time just working on the lowering piece of the motion, and then in upcoming weeks, we'll start making that motion more and more difficult. From there, we've got 10 to 15 Romanian deadlifts. So my goal here is for us to go about as heavy as we can to get at least over that 10 rep range, but to still have 3 to 4 reps left in the tank. And then the following week, we'll go to where we've got 2 to 3 reps left in the tank. And then the following week after that, we'll go to where we have 1 to 2 left in the tank. So getting progressively harder week to week. So pick about as heavy a load as you can manage for that 10 to 15 reps. If you don't have something that heavy, then let's go for 15 to 20 reps. Once again, we just want to get to a set that's hard, where we've got 3 to 4 reps left in the tank, somewhere in that 10 to 20 range. We can do 1 dumbbell in each hand, or we can go 1 dumbbell in both hands. Hip width stance, stand tall through the middle of the head. Keep that belly braced just like we did on those hamstring slides. Hips go back, very slight bend in the knee. We're looking down towards the ground as we approach the bottom. Keep pressure evenly over your feet. A lot of times people push those knees out too wide and they'll rock towards the outside of their foot. Pressure through that full foot, back nice and long, middle still braced. Squeeze your butt to stand tall. Once you start this set today, slow to the bottom, a little faster to the top. And then once we hit the top, not spending any time standing up, we want to go right back down into that next rep so that we can keep that muscle under tension for a longer period of time. Finishing up with 8 weighted side planks. On these, your top foot will go out in front, and then you'll push through the side of your feet, elbow beneath your shoulder, palm open, pushing that full forearm through the ground. Light weight stacked over the shoulder. We're going to keep it close to us as we come down and up. We'll tap the ground, back to our stack, tap the ground, back to our stack. What you'll notice is once you start to move this arm, your hips are going to want to start to sag, because now you've got more going on muscularly. So we're thinking about shoulders. We're not thinking about our midline. Hips start to sag. So one of the things we're working on here is how do we keep all this tight and braced? We keep those hips up while moving that shoulder. So take your time. Make sure you can keep that middle squeeze tight. You can keep that long straight leg. You can keep that active down shoulder while you move that weight. You'll go 8 on one side, flip it over, 8 on the other side, and then rest about 30 seconds in between each movement today. So 30 seconds between those slides and your RDLs, 30 between your RDLs and your side planks. 3 rounds. Feel the movements out this week, and then we'll get harder and harder in the upcoming weeks. Good luck, and we'll see you back soon for our Metcon.